Alright, guys, welcome to my new cooking show, Küchenzeile. I'm here to teach you how cooking can be so easy, yet so tasteful and amazing. I'm a student myself. Currently, I'm doing an internship, so I really know how it is to come home from a very long and exhausting day and to just whip something up very quick, not ordering food maybe. And that is why I'm here to show you can do it yourself. Today, I have a very nice and easy risotto with red beet and other beautiful ingredients, and trust me, this is going to be fast, easy, delicious, and it will give you energy and motivation for the rest of the day. Alright, first off we start with our onions and the garlic. We just go from here. Do that, take our knife, start here. And now we just slice it down. Okay, now we have our onions, we take our garlic, just give it a light crush. Crush it down. And now we're cutting the beetroot. I will add one beetroot in small cubes like that to the risotto, and then for the topping I will just take another one and slice it really thin like this to add them to the pan later to get them nice and crispy for the topping at the end. Now we're sauteing our onion and garlic in the pan just to get them nice and translucent like this. The next step, we will add our salt and pepper. Just sprinkle some salt and the pepper. Mix it, and now we will add the rice. So here we have risotto rice, which is a more small and rounder rice than usually. Normally if you cook rice, you will rinse the rice, wash it so that the starch washes off. But for risotto, starch is the key, because we want a nice creamy texture in the end, and we will get that if we don't wash the starch off and instead cook it. Now I will add the rice to the pan. The rice gets toasted with the onions and the garlic to get some flavor, to get crispy. And when that is done, in about 1 or 2 minutes, we will deglaze the pan with white wine. Important, white wine should be red for better taste, but whatever white wine you want is fine. So for white wine, this time I have a Chardonnay. I mean, I don't know anything about wine or whatever. I mean, it's cheap, which is good for our students, and it's dry, so it will suit our dish very well. Now we open it and start deglazing the pan. We use a nice and healthy amount of wine, which gives us flavor, which gives us liquid, and then the rest we can just drink and share with our flatmates. Okay, so now our wine is in, it starts to thicken up a little bit. So next step, I will add the juice of the beetroot, which gives us color and also flavor. Okay, so next we will add our vegetable broth. Important for a good risotto is not that you just pour in whatever amount of broth you have and let it simmer for, I don't know, 20 minutes, 15 minutes, and then stir once every 5 minutes. For really good and creamy risotto, you always add liquid gradually. So you only add a little bit, stir all the time. When the water evaporates and the risotto thickens, you add more and more and more, and that's the process. So it will take you about 20 minutes, 25 minutes, and you only add liquid. Just add it gradually until it gets very liquidy. And now we let that simmer while stirring basically constantly. Of course, if you have to prepare other stuff as I do, you don't have to stir every second, but like every 20 seconds, 30 seconds, you should give it a stir to loosen it up And what's also important is that the more you stir, the more the starch gets washed off of the rice corns, which releases more starch, which makes the risotto in the end creamier. Alright, so now the big question is, if you make a risotto with other ingredients, in my case now with beetroot, when do you add the vegetables? I also like to use green asparagus for my risotto, and I like some crunch with it. So usually I will add the green asparagus more to the end, so that they have more crunch. But the beetroot in itself is already very soft. You can just squeeze it with your hand like that, so it doesn't matter when you put it in. In order for me to have it easier and quicker, I will just add the beetroot now, let it all simmer and cook, add my liquid once in a while, as I told you, and then from there on I will continue with my herb oil mixture. And don't forget to stir, of course, to loosen up the starch, to let all the ingredients get to know each other, get familiar with each other, and try to make them become friends. Because if all the ingredients are happy, our dish will taste great and we will be happy in the end. Alright, as promised, I will do a very nice parsley and chili shallot mixture with a little bit of olive oil, salt and pepper. The color green would complement the color red of the beetroot very well, which is an aesthetic point of view, but also the sharpness of the parsley, the heat of the chili will give us a very nice flavor. Roll it up a little bit and then just give it a chop. So I'm trying to get the parsley really fine so that all the aromas will be set free and we will have a nice and delicious olive oil herb mixture. Right, now we have our parsley in here, we have a nice and small shallot. Next we have a chili. It's not that hot of a chili. I mean, of course, if you like it very hot, you can choose, I don't know, an habanero or I don't know, jalapeno. This is like a mild pepperoni chili, which you commonly also find in Italy. Same here. Cut the head off. Then we half it. And now we have the seeds. They're quite easy to remove. We break it open and go under with our knife. Cut that out. Very fine as well. And also add it to the bowl. Okay, now we have all the main ingredients in here. We take our olive oil and just put some tablespoons in there to make it more like a mass of liquid, not too liquidy of course, but to get it nice and incorporated. Then we take our salt, just a pinch of salt, and some pepper. We take our spoon, which is the chef's favorite tool in the kitchen of course. With the spoon you can taste, you can stir, you can flip, whatever. Spoon is useful, always try to use it. And we mix until we have a paste like that. Alright, so as promised for the topping, we will have some beetroot slices, which I cut very thin. We will just fry them in olive oil to get them nice and crunchy, also kind of soft on the inside. So we just put the beetroot in the pan, and then we wait for them to kind of bubble, like you know from a deep fryer or whatever. Then we flip them, give them another 2 minutes on the other side. Then we put them on a plate with some paper towel to get all the grease off, salt them while they're hot so the flavor sticks, and basically that's it. Then we finish the risotto with a knob of butter, and at the end we will add some Parmigiano on the top. Lots of people put the Parmigiano inside of the risotto. I'm not a huge fan of that because for me, but this is only my opinion, if you add Parmigiano or a lot of Parmigiano to the risotto, you just didn't manage to make the risotto creamy enough. So that's my opinion, but don't take my word for it. I'm not Italian. Ask them, it's their food. We respect them and their traditions, but anyway, I like it like that. Our beetroot slices, they're taking a nice little bubble bath in all the hot oil, and they're about to be ready to turn around. Just take it with our spoon. As I said, the spoon is our best friend. They look very nice and crisp on this side, and we just place them on the other side. Alright, so let's give our risotto a taste. Consistency is perfect, so we can start plating. We turn our heat off because the rest of the heat will manage to melt the butter incorporated in our risotto. And as you can see, the butter gives the risotto a little bit more creaminess, some richness and flavor, of course, because as we all know, fat is flavor. We're about done, and now comes the fancy part. That's the perfect risotto consistency. And then by moving, get it on the plate. And of course, what we need on top is Parmigiano. We just use a cheese grater. Unfortunately, I don't have a microplane in my flat right now, but this will work fine as well. Just take it. Alright, we have our nice risotto. The beetroot risotto is done. I mean, I'm pretty happy with the result. As you can see, it was quite quick and fast to do. Not that hard, I hope. So yeah, let's just give it a quick try. I kind of came up with the herb oil mixture on top earlier this day, so I'm quite surprised how well it really fits with the risotto, because the risotto has a very kind of earthy, decadent and creamy flavor, and the punginess of the fresh parsley with the chili really comes through, so that's really nice. I hope you had fun with the video. Please let me know how you fared if you cook it yourself. And yeah, that's it with Küchenzeile. See you in the next video. I hope you enjoyed it. Goodbye.